just a hack. He's just an absolute hack. And he gets his ass kicked by his teammates every week. It's just, it's terrible. It's just terrible.
It's rolling. I see that it's rolling.
Oh, that wasn't
that
like
it's rolling.
I wasn't being snippy. I wasn't being snippy. That was just like a heads up.
You're
being snippy. You turn that into being snippy.
I'm not. I just see that it's rolling. Oh! Now who's being snippy?
I'm here later than I want to be. I'm
snippy Wednesday night. I got you.
Now let's make the show as long as possible.
I would love to. It's the FCS Football Podcast. I'm Sean Anderson, joined by Joe DeLeone, former teammates at the University of Rhode Island, former friends, former roommates, all of the above. Oh, my bad. I guess I was on a roll there. Joe, I have a moral conundrum. We have a big week 4 FCS football preview for you. A lot of good stuff. Obviously, FC estimates and a couple game previews. Big news coming out of the FCS this week. Also, fun week for the FCS. Joe, I have a moral conundrum, though.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay. I did go to the gym today, and I was able to work up a sweat. Two good things.
Okay.
Went to the gym yesterday. Did the same thing. Worked up a sweat. Doing good, right?
Okay.
Yesterday, ran out of shampoo and body wash.
Oh.
I did the bit where I put the water into the bottle, shook it around, and got what was left of it. Have you ever done that bit?
No, because I actually...
You're privileged. I understand.
No. I'm not privileged. I'm not privileged. I actually stay on top of things and buy things when they're depleted.
Now, so do I. Here's the thing, though.
You don't, but continue.
Here's the thing, though. Do I stretch it one more day with the water in the bottle, shake up, and then clean yourself off? Because there is soap in there. I know there's enough soap in there.
Have you not showered since you went to the gym earlier?
I went to the gym, asshole, at 6.
Okay.
My time.
Okay, never mind. All right, that makes sense. Never mind.
What kind of job do you think I have where I could just scamper about the gym at noon?
Well, I don't know if you went this morning or
I also
didn't.
Joke.
I didn't register the time.
Regardless. Okay, here's the moral conundrum. Stretch it out or walk to my car, open the trunk where I have a full bottle of both body wash and shampoo.
Wait, so the moral conundrum isn't like drive to CVS to buy. You have it in your possession. You purchased it.
I forgot to bring it in.
Get your fat ass down in your car. Are you kidding me? That's not a moral conundrum.
It's a walk here.
Oh, walk.
It's also when we finish this up, it's a walk down the 4 floors, out to the car, open up the car, get the stuff.
Noise, by the way,
and then have to walk back up 4 floors. I'm in a full sweat, and then I don't think the shower will take.
I have lately questioned your work ethic, and this is, I think, a really good example of that lack of work ethic. This is the epitome of it. Like, this is I don't think we need further example.
Joe, what are you talking? I work hard.
Not hard enough to go downstairs and get a bottle of shampoo, apparently.
It's not just downstairs. It's downstairs and down the block. I've seen you do some lazy stuff.
I'm not that same person anymore, though.
You are. In your
like
heart
what?
Of hearts,
give me an example. Give me an example.
You just are. Okay.
Give me an example.
I don't know. Let me think here. You can't put me on the spot with an immediate example of your laziness.
I'm not that same person anymore. But come on.
Do you still have a beanbag chair?
Sorry, I'm being distracted.
Do you still have a beanbag chair?
I don't own the beanbag chair.
Okay, then you're not as lazy as I thought you once were, because the beanbag chair means...
What does the beanbag chair have to do with it?
Then you were too lazy to go out and get a real chair.
I don't think that's laziness. Whatever.
You found true comfort in that chair.
Go downstairs. Go get the shampoo.
Hey,
you smell.
Hey,
you're disgusting.
It was a moral... I understand.
You without shampoo is one of the... You're already smelly, so please go buy that. Go get that, not buy it. You already purchased it. I'm listening
to the natural grease man over here, not Manelli, but greasy forehead. There's maybe 2 listeners out there that'll get that reference. You won't.
I don't.
But there's 2 out there that will, and they'll be waddle doodle. No, never mind. Okay, Joe, listen. I'm not taking that from you. All right.
Okay.
I just wanted to know what you would have done if you were me.
What is the line on if Sean goes downstairs to get his shampoo bottle?
Oh,
on
now
Bet
we're doing
Online?
now we're doing transitions into the
Yes.
reads. Oh, awesome! This is
What do you think the line is? What's the line? Give us the line and
the
then give us the
line
read.
to go get it is minus 235. Not a mortal lock, but
That you do go down and get it.
yes.
Oh,
yes.
so it's a pretty strong odds. Okay,
pretty
so then,
strong,
all right.
but it's not your Chiefs playing the Jets. Okay, that's not where we're at. This is a pretty good team playing a relatively bad team, not 1-32 playing each other. And if you want to bet on 1-32 playing each other, this is how you do it, Joe. By the way, you go to Bet Online. Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all of your favorite sports contests and events with first-to-market odds and lines. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all of your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to Bet Online today to receive your mobile or use your mobile device to join today. Yep, I'm pulling a Joe here, and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BLEAV50, BLEAV50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts.
All right. Thank you, Sean. So we got a couple things we got to talk about. So the two big games that we're breaking down this week, South Dakota State versus Missouri State, Montana State playing Eastern Washington. We've got two ranked on ranked games, which we haven't had so far this season. But a couple things we got to address from our wild fans, the wild listeners. I don't know if I call them fans. I think they listen.
I don't think it's wild. I think it's boredom.
But I can't call them fans because I don't think anyone really likes us. And we've already established that nobody likes us. And this is their way of tormenting us, I think. So Kyler Neal disagreed with me on my point where I said that.
Well, he agreed with me. So I appreciate you for that, Kyler.
South Dakota State is better than North Dakota State right now because of the way that they played against Iowa compared to how North Dakota State played against Arizona. He disagreed with me. Totally fine. Like, I don't mind having a discussion. But I was tagging this at 7 a.m. while I was at the gym. Already a little too early, and I was almost going to comment back. This is
very
too
early
for me to respond.
I
will look at this later in the day, and I responded, I think, at like lunch for me when I was able to actually read it. The back and forth that is going on between like 5 to 6 different people on this thread, I'm out of Unicaf scholarship somehow got into the play here on this discussion, which they liked one of the tweets. I have no idea why. What can we just have a conversation and then not tag us and create a monstrously long thread? Like, that's just the simple of it. If you want to, please DM each other. If it goes beyond 3 to 4 things, just DM each other, please.
You know who might actually like us is
Who?
2 people, I'd say. Roger Fisher. He likes us.
Who? I'm going to sound like an asshole.
You know Roger Fisher. He said
Who
a
is
very
that?
nice tweet to us about a week, 2 weeks ago, saying why he listens to the show, how he likes us.
He came in the Twitter space.
He
the
did.
Montana
He was
guy.
the lone
Montana State
man in
guy.
the Twitter space
Yeah.
while we were both hungover in that morning.
Yes.
Him, and then Kwame. Forgot Kwame tweeted us early in the season also.
Yeah.
Him and Kwame.
Yeah.
I don't think the South Dakota State guys like us anymore. I don't.
Oh no, we've said enough obnoxious things this season where I think that. Although Chad came into my stream yesterday and we had a little bit of a back and forth. It was a nice back and forth, and we were talking about fat sandwiches in New Jersey. And he also messaged me afterwards because I made an error in the North Dakota State head
They'll
coach's
do that.
name.
They will correct the hell out of us.
Yeah. I think Colin likes us more than he's willing to let on because he actually gave me a donation on one of the streams, which you get none of. Yeah, you get the streams you don't show up.
It wasn't the one that I was on, right? We got none that night.
No, because you show up and
all right,
no one wants to see your big ass head. That's the way that it works.
Yeah,
the viewership's usually better when it's just me.
Yeah, it seems you don't get as many. This is boring as hell comments. It's just you.
That was the only time I've ever gotten that.
Golly. That thread is out of control though. It is out. Stop responding to each other.
Yeah.
No one's gonna
Go
win.
to bed.
Go to bed. Kyler Neal, please stop responding.
Not that we don't appreciate the enthusiasm. Not that we don't appreciate the back and forth. We appreciate it, but I'm lost in the discussion. It is.
I don't know where we're at. I don't know where we're at. It became a debate about when South Dakota State and North Dakota State play each other, and not who's going to. It's never, hey, you guys suck, or hey, we're better than you. It's here's all of the in-depth information that I can draw upon for my incredibly long tweets. The longest tweets you've ever seen. This might be 1,000-word thread.
They're talking about 2014 Missouri and 2016 TCU. That's how you know that the thread has gone too long, when you have diverted that far down the discussion that you're talking about random year teams that aren't even FCS teams. Regardless, Sean, I do know where we are at in the show. We're at the point where we're going to talk about these two games that we have. So first, this is a big one. South Dakota State versus Missouri State, 2 versus 6. Missouri State almost shows up and upsets Arkansas this past weekend. Jason Shelley, I got to say right now, has had a fantastic season, like a Walter Payton quality season. I think he threw for over 3 or 4 touchdowns last game. I looked at the stat line and forget off the top of my head. He's got multiple games over 300 yards. Like, this is a really good year, and they're winning very heavily because of him. There have been games where the run game has not shown up, and Jason Shelley has boosted this Missouri State team. Now, South Dakota State, apparently, from what we've been DM'd by Chad,
what we've been yelled at about,
is dealing with some injuries. And that is true. They did go down with some guys against Iowa. I don't know how soon they're coming back. That, I think, is the biggest factor in this game, because defensively, I would argue that South Dakota State is capable of bottling up Jason Shelley.
Oh, yeah.
But, conversely, in this situation with the injuries they're dealing with, I don't think that's a foregone conclusion anymore.
Now, if Missouri State had closed off Arkansas last week with a win, and I'm saying Missouri State 10 times out of 10. I just am, because that's momentum that you can't replicate, even though you might have a hangover after doing something so great. Okay. Yeah. So I understand that there is a dichotomy with it, but I don't know. Petrino's got that team going, man. They are
right.
A team
that's why I don't want to read
serious
into
momentum.
The Arkansas game, because
even outside of it, even in a loss, I still think they have momentum.
I said this when I did the overall college football week 4 previews, that I don't look into that Arkansas game as Arkansas is bad and Missouri State is really good and capable of upsetting an SEC team. I look at it as that is a quality FCS program, a top 10 FCS program, and Arkansas showed up thinking that they were going to, just cakewalk past them.
Yeah.
And Bobby Petrino had other plans, and he rallied and said, we're going to embarrass these fools because of what happened to me.
You think that was directly said in the team meeting?
I don't think it was said in the team meeting, but
all right, fellas, there's this thing on a motorcycle that happened. Let me break it down.
See, I met a nice lady. And we fell off a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And now I'm here with you clowns.
Right. All right, slappies. Let's get the positionals. Oh, you don't know what that is, though. I'm sorry, Joe.
I do know what that is. Besides the point, thoughts on this game, though? Thoughts on this game?
No, this is okay. I understand. It's going to be a hard-hitting game. The South Dakota State defense is playing what I would say inspired defensive football this year, which that's what the FCS can do. They can put out some defenses. They're going to go out there and they're going to play very, very hard defense. Missouri State, no slouch, but Missouri State's got some players. They got some weapons. This game might be 10-12, or it might be 31-30. Who knows what team's going to show up? I sure don't. So I'm going. I think it's going to be probably the most exciting game of the weekend, though, for sure. Just because it's not like there's, I don't know the whole history if there's animosity between these two schools.
I don't think so.
There could be some forged just with the precipice that they're on right now to set themselves up for a higher playoff bid. Because unless one of these teams goes over, I'm assuming both of them will be in the FCS football playoff.
This is going to sound like a jab, and I'm sorry, but have you been reading more lately? You've been dropping a lot of bigger words than usual. Or have you been drinking less? Is that what it is? Is it one of those two things? It's usually one or the other for me. And I'm legitimate. This is not a dig. It's not a dig. It's a legit question, because I've noticed that you've dropped 4 words that are usually not in your typical vocabulary.
Okay.
More energy or something.
I will credit this to going to the gym, as I credit anything that goes well in my life. Going to the gym, clear head, full heart, can't lose, whatever that stupid quote is from that lame show. I never watched the show. Look, I had not been drinking for, I think, for the last 3 nights, whatever it is, and then gone to the gym.
A long streak. Jeez. Oh,
no,
shit.
I haven't. I have not been reading, though. I keep on saying, hey, why don't you just order and buy a book? And then I'm like, oh, well, what book
you
am I
can afford it
read?
now. You can afford it now. Buy,
Okay,
buy some.
okay, pocket
recommendation.
watcher.
Buy
You want to talk about who can afford what? We can do.
I know.
We can do that.
I know your exact salary now, so I'm on your ass. Order that ESPN book I told you to order.
I don't think I will.
Here's a piece of homework for our listeners. I want everyone to tag Sean and recommend a book, no matter how ridiculous or silly. If it's like
I will
a
take
children's book
recommendations.
Okay, good. I want some
will.
good recommendations.
A
Jamie will
brief,
have something.
a
I know he
brief
will.
description as well. Don't make
No,
it like a don't
wait,
make it
wait,
like
wait.
a big ass book either, please.
Wait, I have a caveat. I want no descriptions, no context. You just have to order the book without looking at it.
What?
Yes. Come on. That's a good bit.
I just have to read a book that a listener sends.
Yeah. They're going to send it. You have to buy the book. You can't look up the description or anything. You just have to read the book.
So I have to, what do I get to look at the cover at least and see which cover looks the best?
You can look at the cover.
Okay. All right.
You got to, at least 2 books I think you should order.
2 books?
Yeah. How slow of a reader are you?
I'm a very fast reader, actually. Fine. I can do 2 books.
Okay. We also found out that you were in a lower level class, so I don't know how those things.
Math class, not English. Again,
Some
scored
counting
balls
with
to the
reading.
wall on my SET in English.
Okay.
710 out of 800, by the way.
It doesn't require a lot of intelligence to break down Montana State, Eastern Washington, because both these teams are really, really good. That was maybe one of my best transitions ever.
I thought it was one of your worst.
Montana State, Eastern Washington. This is a weird year for Montana State because everything pieces together really nicely for Montana State so far this year. They got dogged against Oregon State, and that it is what it is. But
Oregon State's playing well.
Yeah, Oregon State's an underrated program.
We're not talking about 2019, 2018 Oregon State where they're just falling over themselves. Okay, this is an Oregon State under Jonathan Smith that's playing really well.
Right. So the weird thing with Montana State is if you separate from that Oregon State game, they have the same quality defensive program that they usually do. And then on top of that, what's pushing this team forward is like a plethora of running backs that are just like popping off. Like one game, Sean Chambers has a big game. And then against McNeese State, the leading back for Montana State was Lane Sumner, who it didn't even look like he had any touches in the Morehead State game. So they've got a lot of options. The thing that is confusing for me, Sean, is Tommy Millett is not playing well. Like his stat line is, he's not throwing the ball effectively, which I think factors very heavily into this game.
Sure.
Your turn.
You stopped very abruptly, and I thought
was
that
not
you had
abrupt.
Another sentence going on. Okay, fine. You want to know how it's going to go? It's going to go like this for the rest of the season. It will. All right. But having a bunch of running backs that can step up, if you have a stable of guys that you say you work best for this game or you work best for this game, and even if that doesn't happen, you have another guy that you trust that you can put in and run the rock, and then he can get you 60 yards and a couple touchdowns or 120 and no touchdowns. You figure it out of the goal line. Have Tommy Mellett running it himself or throw it to a tight end, whatever. If you have running back versatility, we see this with, I don't know, the San Francisco 49ers, who just have a bunch of running backs every single year. And it doesn't matter if one of them gets hurt. It doesn't matter. It's not a good thing, but it doesn't matter if one of them gets hurt because with the scheme and having guys and a good running back coach that can step in and get you a whole bunch of yardage and get you some good yak and get you some touchdowns, then you're still sitting pretty because eventually, unless your guy's a total bum taking the snap from the center, he's going to figure it out a little bit. So Montana State's looking pretty good for me because what is this? Melt's second year? Third? It's not his first. Yeah,
second year. And he wasn't a full-time starter last year.
Give him the sophomore, the scaries or slumps or whatever you want to call it. Eventually, it will get figured out.
Sean, here's my pushback point, though.
Push it back.
Eastern Washington is doing what they usually do. They're throwing the ball around the yard, and Gunnar Talkington, despite them getting just absolutely smacked by Oregon, which you hate to see. Gunnar Talkington,
stop saying his full name, man.
I love his goddamn name, man.
You don't.
Where's this?
I have what is that? The suffix of Ington. has been put on about every word possible in my house and with my friends.
My man
Are
has
you going
been
to
there.
the Fridgington? Are you doing all of that? Do you want to
He
watch the
is-
Televishington? I can't do Talkington.
This guy is the perfect Eastern Washington quarterback. He's 5'10", 215 pounds. He's a redshirt senior from Battleground, Washington. That is, is that not the perfect?
What battles happened in Washington? Unless I got my history confused. It could be a Native American battle by
one of our
chance?
listeners is going to comment and tag us with, are you not aware of this very specific battle that happened in 1815?
the Pacific Northwest? Was that Sewanee? I know the Sioux was East Coast. I can't.
I don't know enough about.
I said Sewanee. I know that's wrong also. So I apologize. I thought it was right. It's not.
Well, Gunnar Talkington has the perfect name for coming from Battlegrounds, Washington, which is just plays into the what's the word I'm looking for? The story. That's not the word I was looking for. The story of Gunnar Talkington. And as I said, they're throwing the ball around the yard. They're popping off, putting up yards. I always lean an air attack team, a team that can throw the ball and throw up like 50, 40 points in an instant when they're facing a ground and pound team. It's just like when you're trying to run the ball and you're trying to grind it out, if you have a couple like missed drives, you lost. Like you're out. Unless you're playing perfect defense, like you're just donezo. Like it's such a hard matchup. This isn't 1965 anymore.
I think that's why the 2013, hate to keep on bringing up pro teams, but that 2013 Seahawks team was the perfect ground and pound team. You had a fantastic running back. You had a defense that could defend the air raid. And then you had a quarterback who could get the job done when he needed to get the job done. But it was not, okay, here's Russell Wilson to solve all our problems. We have Marshawn Lynch, and then we have the Legion of Boom. I don't think either of these teams have that by really, but Eastern Washington continuing to be a dude of a team after Barrier graduated is really impressive for the program. It is impressive because when you leave, or when, I don't know, the number one quarterback in school history with every single record, and I don't know, every single FCS record leaves, what do you do after that? Okay, here's your jersey, here's your statue. Now we have to go out and play another 12 games. And you seem to keep on moving the ball down the field and scoring. Really impressed by Eastern Washington so far this year.
Yeah, no, I thought that they were going to be one of those letdown teams, and this is a really good opportunity for them to come in and say, we're not taking a step back. Eric Barrier, who?
We just said that Montana State's going to win by 40. So the Eastern Washington fans, I understand the jinx.
Wait. Oh, you're saying, yes, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that we just jinxed them. Okay.
I'm impressed with them, so they will disappoint me.
Okay. Let's Jonathan, let's make some picks here. I hate you, so I'll do it if I want. Sorry, that was aggressive. So Jamie pointed out to me, let's get to FC estimates. We'll wrap. Jamie pointed out to me, Jamie's doing the math for us on the FC estimates. He outperformed us this week. I'm not going to say what the score was. You can probably guess what the score
Where did
was.
he post these? I don't believe he outperformed us.
He DMs me his picks so he can hold himself accountable, and then he also DMs me how he did. And I'm sorry, Jamie, I'm like so unresponsive on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Set it up for the fans. Set up a Google Doc.
That was Nick Massaroni's job. What the
hell is he doing besides performing exceptionally at his voiceover talented skills and duties?
Playing the trumpet.
I guess.
So last week I went 8 for 10 and Sean went 7 for 10. So you can suck it. Current standings, 24 for 30 for Joe and 23 for 30 for Sean. Thoughts?
I think your math is off. We should be tied.
We were tied, and I beat you by 1 this week.
What week did you beat me?
This week.
Was that week 2? Did you beat me? Because I beat you in week 1. Did you beat me in week 2?
Yes.
This is a crock of shit. This is a crock.
The first week was 3 games, dipshit.
Still counts.
Okay, but if you beat me in my one, it's not hard for me to recover. Look,
I ought to punch you in your head. I ought to
but
punch
you
you in
won't
that
because you're
bulb of
too
the
far
head.
away. And
I'm seeing you on the 7th.
Which we still haven't booked that trip.
Are you flying to Charlotte or are you flying to my area?
We got to figure that out.
God.
Which part of me thinks we need to go to the November game, but I don't know. We gotta figure that out. Okay.
That's just a fan. By the way, a masterclass in deflection for all of you up-and-coming podcasters by Mr. Sean Anderson. Thank you. I will take my roses. Thank you.
Yeah, because you suck and you don't want to admit it.
I tell you, a masterclass right
South Dakota State versus Missouri State.
Where am I at? I'm actually going to. I'm doing another. I know. I'm doing another live change. I'm going Missouri State.
Give me Citizoo. I'm gonna pick Citizoo for this one. Montana State EWU.
I'm going with Montana State in this game.
I'm going EWU. Holy Cross Colgate.
Oh, God, you can tell I'm not picking the games anymore. Holy Cross.
Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, the toothpaste company is not going to beat Holy Cross. Give me Holy Cross.
Oh,
North Dakota State, South Dakota.
Oh, I'll be a pro and not bring attention to that joke. North Dakota State.
I think all the middle-aged dads.
Oh, and that Bison Meat Manufacturing Company is going to win this game. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say North Dakota State's going camping this week against Carson Camp. Give me North Dakota State.
You know what? Could you write a joke for each of these next week?
I'm
like
not that creative. I'm not.
No,
that
you
creative.
you did 2 for 2 on the top of your head. Go ahead. Will Elon rise like a phoenix this week against William and Mary?
Elon, William and Mary.
William and Mary.
Elon's going to be praying to Mary that they're going to be able to compete with William and Mary. So give me William and Mary. That one was long.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Not a reach, though. Not a reach.
Eastern
not,
Kentucky,
not really
Austin P. Eastern Kentucky, Austin P.
Eastern Kentucky. Let's see what he's got here, folks.
Cold Feet, Eastern Kentucky. Idaho, Northern Arizona.
Are those both the Colonels? What am I? Oh, no. I'm stupid. I'm going Northern
One's
Arizona.
the Vandals. One's also like...
I'm talking Eastern Kentucky P. Not...
Oh. They're like the Eastern Kentucky's the guy with the top hat. I don't know what he is.
That's Austin P with the top hat, by the way.
The Austin P guys with the top hats. That's the full...
Are they the Governors?
That sounds too correct.
That's the worst name of all time.
That's why we're going with the Austin P guys wearing the top hats.
Okay. All right. I'm choosing Northern Arizona in this game.
Okay, we're already on to the next game. Give me the Potato Vandals, Idaho.
Cool.
Wofford, Kennesaw.
That's a funnier word for potato. Why didn't you say spud? Kennesaw.
The way that you wrote this, do you mind reading it the way that you wrote it?
Kennesaw, bitch.
I think that was like a 6 out of a 10, but all caps with the bitch on the end. I like that. Wofford is going to be my pick. Kennesaw has underwhelmed this season. Incarnate Word, Salah.
You know what? Incarnate Word, a deservedly ranked program in the FCS will win this.
Yeah, give me Incarnate Word. Utah Tech, Southern Utah, which I think this is probably the most random matchup of the week.
It's the same team.
I don't know a goddamn thing about either of these teams. I'm not gonna
Why'd
pretend
you pick this
because I thought it was funny. I'm not gonna. We gotta have like one stupid game on here.
Fine. I will pick Utah Tech.
Yeah, give me Utah Tech. I don't know anything about them. I think that they used to be Dixie State. That's all I know.
They were previously Dixie State.
All right. Wrap it up.
All right. This was the USC Trojans fan podcast. I am Sean Anderson. There is Joe DeLeone. You can follow us on Twitter at Sanderson Radio, at Joe DeLeone. Follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel.
Our YouTube channel. Hack City.
My YouTube channel.
You want to talk about which videos had the most likes and views and who sent that over to you? Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, I will
You
pull
want
the
it-
receipts. I
Pull
will
the
pull
receipts?
the.
We
I-
have
I'm
a
gonna put-
long-standing Twitter DM of some of the stuff that I sent you.
I didn't post most of it. Most of the stuff that I've posted that's trending right now in the shorts is from me. But most of our views and subscribers lately have come from my live streams and reaction videos, 2 of which have over 5,000 views and have
Yeah.
paid me
I'll
some
tell you-
money.
I'll tell you why. 5,000.
That's 10,000
Hey.
views from 2 videos.
Hey, enjoy your $3. Okay, this was the FCS
It
football.
was actually closer to 100, but okay.
I don't.
All right. I'm
Look,
being a dick.
whatever.
At DeLeone, that's Anderson Radio, Hack City. Okay. Drive safe.